makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, you're the best. And nobody does it better. Makes me feel sad for the rest. Nobody does it half as good as you. Baby, baby, darling, you're the best. Baby, you're the best. You're the best. Baby, you're the best. Darling, you're the best.
Baseball, Funny Side Up, a comedy in 4 acts. We begin at the beginning.
Hello, I'm Tug McGraw, and I'm proud to say that I lived an American dream. I grew up to be a big league ball player. Oh, baseball, our national pastime. To many, baseball is as much a symbol of this country as the Liberty Bell itself. But sometimes to watch a game makes you think that if baseball had a constitution, it would be dedicated to life, liberty, and the pursuit of laughter.
Ever since the great game of baseball began, big leaguers have been known to display a wild and wacky sense of humor. There's something about our national pastime that brings out the lighter side in just about everybody at one time or another. Sometimes the horseplay is intentional, sometimes not. But either way, laughter has always been as much a part of the game as strikeouts and home runs. Babe Ruth was, of course, one of baseball's greatest players, but he was also one of the game's most fun-loving characters. The Babe had an oversized appetite for life, and his contribution to baseball was gigantic, not only for his massive and productive bat, but also for his warm and humorous heart.
What's the idea of this boxing? All right, keep in good shape before you get to riding with a pitcher. Oh, that's so, huh? Hey, Paul, who's the heavyweight champion? That's Sterling. Hey, what's the idea?
But it's on the field of play where baseball is at its bleeping best. From the time the first batter faced the first pitcher, that little ball has caused some mighty big mistakes. Yes, indeed. White balls with red laces cause big falls with red faces. Hang in there, man. It's just part of the game. But you know, just as bloopers have always been a part of baseball tradition, so too has arguing with the umpire. Let's check out student Bob Euchre taking a lesson from Professor Earl Weaver.
Boy, I'd like to take a shot at something like this. I'm smart, half-witted, I got a big mouth. I could handle this action. I could handle this.
I'm out. You're out. You gotta be kidding me. How can you call a guy? Come on, will you? The guy's got the plate right here. Are you kidding me?
He's out.
Come
tag
on,
was
will
there.
ya? There's no
He was
way.
out. He had the
That guy
tag.
couldn't throw out Wallace Berry.
Had the tag.
If that
The
guy's
tag
out,
was
I'm
right
an
there.
underground aviator, buddy boy. That
You're
guy.
out of here.
You're for what? I'm out, but you're a better man for it. You kidding me?
You call that arguing? You get run from a game and all you can do is walk back here smiling?
I'm not smiling. I'm aggravated.
Well, let me tell you something. You can only get thrown out once.
I thought
You
I did a
can't-
decent job.
You can't get thrown out twice. So if you get thrown out, you might as well get a little creative.
Well, what am I going to do? I thought I did a decent job.
Let me show you something.
Oh, wow. Here he
Let me
comes.
show you what I mean now. By the first thing you do is get right up in their face, you point the finger. Then if you can't get close enough, you turn the hand around and kick some dirt. And then if he's missed a strike, you get over here and you put dirt all over the thing. You throw the hat down, you pick it up, you throw it, and then you're so bad, you throw him out of the game. You're out of here. That's the way a major league manager
I
should,
learned something, buddy
should
boy.
get thrown out of the game, just like
Oh, you
that.
are a maestro.
I thought it was good. I don't
Beautiful.
know.
Man, that was beautiful. I can't believe you did that.
Well, you better start believing, Bob, because managers and umpires have always had what might kindly be called an adversarial relationship. It's part of the tradition. No matter how hard they try, the men who think they're in charge and the men who are really in charge, I don't know, they just can't be friends.
Guy throws two balls, and all of a sudden you're going to call the other one. That other pitch won the strike.
Where's he allowed to go?
He cannot go. Man, avoiding the tag.
Yeah, he can get around him. How far?
You are lying.
You're a big liar if you
are a liar, Earl.
You
a
are.
liar.
You are.
I've seen you around for a long, long time. Yeah. I remember you when you drank my wine.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
You must be not one, two.
Is that right? Yeah. No.
He's going to score on the play, for Christ's sake. John, you got to use your judgment on it.
I understand.
Yeah. Boom. That's good. That's great. And you showed it.
Sometimes I don't speak right. All right. But yet I know what I'm talking about.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
There's no way possible he ever tagged you. No way. Can't get out of here. Get out of there.
Don't you be intimidating me.
I'm not intimidating you, but
Don't you be intimidating me.
I'm not intimidating you,
Don't
but
you
I'm
give
going to
me
tell you
no sign.
something. As far as I'm concerned, he went enough.
Well, that's good enough for me, but,
Okay.
but sometimes get some help on it too, all right?
All right, buddy.
That's the rule.
All right.
He gets right in the way.
Hold it. He's good right in the way. Go ahead and stop it. Stop it out there. Go ahead and tell him.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?
Of course, sometimes they get along, but taking issue with the umpire is almost as big a part of baseball tradition as practical jokes. Now, a pie in the face is always fun, but big leaguers with a real sense of tradition know that the most classic practical joke of all is the hot foot.
Hello, this is Roger McDowell. This is my assistant, Howard Johnson.
Hi.
On this episode, we'll introduce you to the wonderful world of hot foot.
We also want to say one thing. This is not for you kids out there to try. This is done by experienced professionals.
You got that right, Hojo. Experienced professionals, but with devious and delinquent minds.
We don't talk a lot while we're preparing.
Serious business.
It's kind of like surgery.
Must be talking about Dr. Demento. You know, you got to be a bit crazy to enjoy playing practical jokes. That's why most big leaguers are so good at them.
Surprise is the
Perpetrator.
thing, yes.
Or the perpetrators.
Yes.
The perpetratory. And we have gum in our mouth. It's already being prepared.
Sounds like messy business to me. But you guys have been known to go a long way for a good laugh.
Move quickly.
Move quickly. Sometimes you We have to go underneath the bench. St. Louis is particularly good for that because the bench is up high and it's like crawling in the rice fields.
Yes.
The paddies.
You guys are nuts. I tell you, this is getting out of hand. Now, I don't want to burst your bubble, but head cases have been committed for lesser acts than this.
That's amazing. How does he do it? How does he do it?
Mirrors.
Mirrors.
Now you got a very good hot foot.
That's a scary sight. But when it comes to award-winning hot foots, there's room for variation.
Let me show you my way.
Okay.
I take the gum right out of my mouth. Yeah, I know it's a
Kinda
little
gross.
It's a little gross and a little wet and sticky, but if it's your own gum, it's no big deal.
Especially if it works. Then it's fire and fun time, thanks to Messrs. McDowell and Johnson.
I think they'll give us a raise for this.
How about a rise out of your teammates, that is? The Hot Foot Supreme, an age-old baseball tradition. Applause, applause. It can get mighty hot on center stage.
Now that I'm out of the game and working up here in the press box instead of down on the field, it's my job to ask the tough questions and get the straight answers. But hey, big leaguers can handle that. They're used to dealing with the media. After all, when you have to do your job every day in front of thousands and thousands of people, facing a few cameras should be a piece of cake.
So it's time to look alive, y'all, and make sure you've got your thinking caps on, 'cause it's lights, camera, action.
I can't think of anything else that I really want to talk about.
I'm telling you this because I know you won't show it.
You don't know where the ball is going, but if this guy don't get behind me, I'm gonna hit him in the head with this bat.
He is an outstanding young man to have on the book.
And I think also that develops naturally. No. I think it also develops naturally.
Oh, look at this one, right over the top. That's a tough question.
That's not good preparation there, son. You have to prepare yourself if you can ask me a question.
I couldn't answer that if I thought about it for a week. I can't answer that. Who's going to be watching this?
Yeah, that's it. You got it. Hell of an interview. Give me a couple of copies of that, Joe, will you?
Yes, big leaguers are rarely camera shy, and given the fact that they've always been public figures of the first degree, it's no surprise that ball players have often been called upon to endorse products, a job they handle with grace and dignity.
Gee, champ, you're in great shape.
Yogi, I like to keep fit. Work out every day, gym, road work, you know.
What do you eat to keep yourself going?
I always eat Puss in Boots.
I want my maple. When you got it, flaunt it.
Tell him, Dally, baby.
This means butt.
Oh, this means steel.
And OmniSearch lets you find your favorite.
But now I'm using Grecian formula, because there's no way in the world Pete Rose wants to act or look old on the field. How about that catch?
Oh, well, look who's here. I wish this remote control was...
Can I have your autograph, Mr. Mercer?
Mm-hmm.
For my husband?
Pete Rose is as good as anybody at dealing with the pressure of the public spotlight. In 1981, with son Pete Jr. looking on, Rose faced pitcher Mark Littell of St. Louis and smacked a single that broke Hall of Famer Stan Musill's National League record for career hits. After Pete made history, he received a call from another historic figure, President Ronald Reagan. And in the process, Rose added another chapter to the humorous history of baseball.
Tell the president I'll be waiting in a minute.
Mr. Rose?
Yes, sir.
Mr. President's on. Go ahead, please.
Hello? Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Rose. One moment, please.
Hello?
One moment, sir.
Maybe the operators went on strike. Good thing there ain't a missile on the way.
Mr. Rose, one moment, please.
Okay. I waited 19 years. I can wait another minute or so. I got a recording here, I think. Yes.
Could you hang up this phone? I'll call you right back.
Okay. Yes.
Who's speaking, please?
Pete Rose.
One moment, sir.
Larry, I'll give you my home number. What's that? Just a moment, please.
Hello?
Hello.
Pete Rose?
Yes, sir.
This is Ronald Reagan.
How you doing?
Well, I don't know. I'll tell you. I've had as much trouble getting this line, or a lot. I think I had to wait longer than you did to break the record.
Well, we were going to give you 5 more minutes, and that was it.
We've been having some trouble here getting through, and I just wanted to call and congratulate you. I know how you must feel, and I think it's great.
Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate it, and I know that you're a baseball fan, and we appreciate you taking time out to call us here in Philadelphia. I know all the fans appreciate it, and Pete Rose and Pete Rose II appreciate it too.
Well, I can tell you that after the long dry spell here, waiting for the season to get underway, this is, you've really brought it in style.
Well, thank you very much. You play a good football player too.
Well, thank you. Okay.
Okay, nice talking to you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Reagan and Rose, quite an act. Oh, baby. You know, sometimes even the fans get into the spotlight. Happened in Seattle during a promotional event called Funny Nose Glasses Night. The idea came from a commercial by former Mariner Tom Paciorek.
Hi, this is Tom Paciorek of the Seattle Mariners, inviting everybody to come on out to the Kingdome on August 23rd for Mariners Funny Nose Glasses Night. Be the first in your neighborhood to have...
Tom, I'm sorry. August 23rd is not Funny Nose Glasses Night. It's Jacket Night, Tom.
Jacket?
Yes, every kid 14 and under gets an official Mariners vinyl jacket free, Tom.
Jacket? No noses?
No funny nose glasses, no. I'm sorry.
What am I going to do with 30,000 pairs of funny nose glasses?
That's your problem, Tom.
The Paciorek spot was the catalyst, but it started a little before that. I thought it up and got up in the morning, was just shaving and just looked in the mirror, and it just came to me.
I think it's important that the ownership in Major League Baseball provide the right kind of role model of dignity and decorum for the game.
It was a laugh, I know that. It was a laugh in the stands and in the clubhouse and on the field. The Seattle Mariners are going through a tough time. We had tried anything we could to get people in the ballpark. And the amazing thing is we drew more people for Funny Nose and Glasses tonight than we did for Gaylord Perry's 300th win.
A case of humor winning out over history. It just goes to show you never know what's going to happen when the baseball spotlight starts to shine. Before entering the spotlight, a big leaguer's got to get in shape, and sometimes that looks easier than it sounds.
Do it again. Relax.
I don't think this does anything for you at all, this stretching.
And they're off. Purple Mountain with Brielle goes for the lead, has it by about a half.
Baseball brings out the clown in just about everybody.
Okay, I've practiced, I'm prepared, I have memorized my lines. All I have to do is remember to relax and have fun. That's it, have fun. Driver, driver! Take me to the concert hall, please. Okay, just relax, have fun. It's gonna be fine. You see, I'm performing tonight. The demands of stardom. Hey, wait a minute. That's not the concert hall. That's Independence Hall. Oh, what the heck, I'll play anywhere. Hey, when you're involved with baseball, you can't be afraid to ham it up.
The sneer is gone from Casey's lips. His teeth are clenched with hate. And he comes with cruel vengeance. His bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered. I am forced of Casey's ball. Somewhere in his favorite land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere hearts are light. Somewhere men are laughing. Somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out!
Ever since the early days, baseball has had its full complement of clowns because fans have always loved laughing as much as cheering. Nick Altrock is generally recognized as the game's first clown prince. A big league pitcher for 19 seasons who had his best years with the Chicago White Sox after the turn of the century, Altrock began his clowning in earnest as a member of the Washington Senators in the teens and 20s. Al Schacht was a teammate of Altrock's on the Senators. And as a team, these two tickled funny bones throughout the 20s and 30s, even taking their act beyond the ballparks to vaudeville. Hitters rarely got baffled by Schacht's pitching abilities. He won only 14 games over 3 seasons, but everybody got belly laughs from his comedic talents. Schacht performed at major and minor league ballparks and military facilities for more than 4 decades. Next in the line of baseball clowns is Max Patkin, who began performing during World War II after several unspectacular years in the minor leagues. A rubber-boned slapstick screwball, Patkin has traveled millions of miles and performed thousands of shows, appearing at one time or another in every minor league ballpark in America. Now that's a frantic antic. Patkin is perhaps the last of his kind, because these days mascots are the game's clown princes. Their start can be traced to 1974, when the famous chicken burst on the scene. Now, they're most definitely the top bananas.
If you wanna be the top banana, you gotta start at the bottom of the bunch. You gotta know the joke about the farmer's daughter, then take it and kiss her with the soda water. If you wanna be a burlesque comic, it's basic training for you to take a punch. You gotta roll your eyes and make a funny face, then do a take and holler, this must be the place. If you wanna be the top banana, you gotta start from the bottom up.
If you wanna be the top banana, you gotta start at the bottom of the bunch.
A dancer wears a safety pin to keep her tights up. A top banana's gotta wear a nose that lights up.
You may want to imitate Noel Coward. You'll get more laughs by saying, what the hey?
We hardly find a drawing room a source of mirth but put us in a bedroom or an upper berth.
If you wanna be the top banana, you gotta start from the bottom up.
If you wanna be a top banana, you gotta start at the bottom of the bunch. It doesn't matter if your voice is sharp or flat, if you know how to fall upon your PR. That's the way to be a top banana. You gotta start from the bottom.
Well, all right. You know, sometimes fans can put on a pretty good clowning act themselves, especially when they perform a time-honored act, pursuing that elusive foul ball. Hang on, man. If you gotta fall, make sure you're not too far off the ground. So many ways to catch a ball, and now here's a method that relies on good old American ingenuity. And then there's the shot in the beer style. Whatever it takes. But before you can keep a ball, you got to be able to catch it. How sweet it is. Finally, the most important foul ball lesson of all. If you're lucky enough to get one, for goodness sake, hold on to it. After all, it's a matter of being in the right place at the right time. Then you can clown around. But the biggest clowns of all are still the players themselves. Only thing is, most of the time they aren't trying to be clowns. So get ready, fans. Hang on to your hat and make sure you keep your pants on, too, because here they go. The eyes have it. You can't catch what you can't see, and sometimes you can't catch what you can see. But hey, don't feel too badly. No need to hide, because you got plenty of company. No doubt about it. Everybody loves a clown. When all else fails, just blame it on the big guy upstairs.
When I was pitching, I often stood on this mound in a tight situation, feeling completely alone. And more than once, I prayed for help from above. Oh, please, God, do something to help me get out of this jam. Well, I can't say for sure whether or not the good Lord ever obliged, but the fact is that many a ball game seems to have been affected by some sort of divine intervention.
Welcome to Sunrise Sermonette. Baseball's cup ranneth over beside the still waters, but ominous tidings awaited.
The Lord cast his shadow upon the land, and yea, verily did he summon a series of plagues upon the fields of play, and even unto the cheap seats. The first plague was wind, great gusting zephyrs that shook the very foundations of the game. And did he spare those who sought shelter in canvas-covered stadia unsawed of plastic? Nay. The plague of pestilence did perturbeth the players and render their weapons of wood useless. Oh, for a can of 612. Then there was spark, as mere mortals cried, "Play ball in the kingdom of Cleveland." But the Lord bade them behold and tremble, "Thou shalt not play amid this plague, for thou canst hitteth what thou canst seeth." And still the Lord was not finished. He brought forth a great flood that deluged for many days and many nights. And when at last it ended, a deep sea existed where once a diamond plain had been. Woe unto thee, the Lord saith to baseball, "Never take thyself too seriously, or else let there be dark."
Rain is nature's most common baseball play. In 1980, when Rick Dempsey was catching for Baltimore, he brightened up a rain delay with a waterlogged performance that made a mighty big splash. In 1983, Dempsey gave an encore performance with help from teammate Sammy Stewart. The scene, Milwaukee. Stewart playing the part of Jim Palmer right down to his jockey briefs. Equally amusing to the Brew Crew was the sight of Dempsey in the role of their very own Robin Yount. The whole soggy show was a reenactment of the last day of the '82 regular season when Yount led the Brewers to victory by hammering 2 home runs off Palmer in a game that decided the championship of the American League East. The matinee idol Oriole was simply no match for the blue-collar brewer. Going, it is gone. And rockin' Robin Dempsey is off on his first home run rain dance. A change in the undies could not cause a change in the outcome, even with a phantom brushback pitch. The madcap man who would be Yount says this one's going to left field, and the Palmer imposter is happy to oblige, at least on this day. There it goes, and there he goes. The demented Mr. Dempsey departs on yet another rain-soaked romp around the bases. How about that? The Lord moves men in mysterious ways. This time the O's can laugh at the result. That was quite a performance, Mr. Dempsey. And you weren't too bad yourself, Mr. Stewart. But what did the real Robin Yount think of it all? Oh, shucks, he just wanted his jersey back. Man, I'm telling you, sometimes it seems that baseball is possessed by strange and demonic forces.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Stop the things you do. What's up? I ain't lying. Yeah, I can't stand. Woo! No no put me down. I put a spell on you. Because you're mine, mine, mine. Oh, you're mine.
And now, presenting our awards for baseball's Best of the Bizarre. Kansas City's Kevin Seitzer tried to blow a ball foul without success. That's illegal, but Seattle's Lenny Randle once blew enough hot air to cross the line and win our award for Best Special Effect. Pittsburgh's Willie Stargell was a fearsome slugger, so Chicago's Ken Holtzman accidentally found a way to get a foul ball strike on Stargell, whose reaction made him a nominee for our Best Actor award. Willie the Starge then won it easily when he was thrown out by a mile on a steal attempt and tried to call time to prevent the out. Teammate Don Robinson forgot the law of gravity on this play. Check the ground, Donnie. And that tied him with Cubs outfielder Larry Bittner for Best Disappearing Act. Talk about keeping things under your hat. Keep looking, Larry. Next time, try not to flip your lid. Also tied for Best Disappearing Act, Yankee catcher Rick Cerrone. Old baseball proverb, when in doubt, check mitt. Now here's Gene Mock when he was managing Minnesota. His temper tantrum over a bad call made him one of the recipients of our award for Best Children's Animation. Mock was forced to share the award because of the animated antics of Reggie Jackson, who tried to cool off by icing down the field. The third winner in this cartoon category, Rick Burleson, who threw out just about every piece of equipment there is. Next up, Al Raboski, the mad Hungarian, who had a little run-in with home plate umpire Bob Engel. Seems Raboski wasn't completely satisfied with the baseballs Engel was offering, so they engaged in a bit of tit-for-tat. Oh, well, boys will be boys. But Raboski was only the runner-up for an award won easily by Len Barker, Best Lack of Direction. Wow. Now, that's what I call a wild pitch. Dave LaRoche of the Yankees combined with Milwaukee's Gorman Thomas as the latest winners of baseball's best miniseries. LaRoche called it La Lob, and he used it to strike out Storm and Gorman. Go ahead and smile, Dave. In the late 60s, Yankee Steve Hamilton called his version the Folly Floater, and he uses it here to foul up Tony Horton of Cleveland. Rip Sewell of Pittsburgh first made the pitch famous back in the 1940s. He called it the Ephus pitch. But no matter what the name, the embarrassment to a victimized hitter is still the same. Our next winner, San Francisco's Terry Mulholland. His award, Best Improvisation. The ball was caught in his webbing, so Terry thought fast and got the out. Baltimore's Pat Kelly shares an award with every outfielder who ever turned an out into a home run. We call it Best Non-Supporting Cast. Boston's Dave Henderson did it during the '86 American League Championship Series, while teammate Dwight Evans did it during the '86 World Series. Ouch. Finally, our award for Best Catch, and we had to go all the way to Japan to find it. Hey, let's see that one more time. The rising outfielder from the land of the rising sun. How about that?
Yes, indeed. You never know what you're going to see when you come to the ballpark. But you can bet your booties that as long as baseball is being played by mere mortals, you're going to get your funny bone tickled and have a ball. Or two. Oh, yeah.
And so ends our show. But hey, fans, just keep watching baseball, and you're bound to see its funny side up. Oh, and by the way, Mr. McGraw, that certainly was a flawless performance for a rookie.
Hello, I'm Tug McGraw, and I'm proud to say that I lived an American dream. I grew up to be a big league ball player. You know, whoops. Baseball, the American pastime. Okay, we'll get it. I grew up to be a big league ball player. You know, to many, I keep forgetting, baseball, our national pastime. The Liberty Bell itself. But to watch a ball game, sometimes you'd think that if baseball had a constitution, paper lock. You'd think that if baseball had a constitution, it would be dedicated. Oh! Whoops, sorry. Got that? Couple more?
That's very good.
Let's do another one. Let's do one more. Okay? Just for me. Okay? But to watch a game, sometimes to watch a game makes you think. I've never been paid to think in my life.